It's larger and more robust than its cousin, the black rat, with a blunt nose and small ears. Their remarkable adaptability and high reproductive rate have made them a dominant species in urban environments worldwide, often displacing other native wildlife. They possess a keen sense of smell and touch, relying on whiskers and guard hairs to navigate in the dark, and their teeth grow continuously throughout their lives, requiring constant gnawing to keep them in check. In contrast to the ground-dwelling brown rat, the black rat is a superb climber, a trait that earns it the name roof rat. Its slender body, large ears, pointed nose, and long tail, which is typically longer than its body, are all adaptations for an arboreal or elevated lifestyle. You're more likely to find this species nesting in attics, roof spaces, wall cavities, and even in trees, particularly in warmer climates. Black rats are also omnivores, but tend to prefer fruits, nuts, and grains over the more protein-heavy diet of the brown rat. Their agility and climbing prowess make them a significant pest in both urban and agricultural settings, particularly in orchards and warehouses where they can cause considerable damage to stored goods. Polynesian rat, Rattus exulans, found throughout Pacific Islands, smaller and brownish in color. It is smaller than both the black and brown rats, with a slender body, large rounded ears, and a distinctively dark upper surface on its hind feet. As an omnivore, its diet includes seeds, fruits, insects, and the eggs and chicks of ground-nesting seabirds. Its introduction to many Pacific islands had a devastating impact on native fauna and flora, which had evolved in the absence of mammalian predators. The Polynesian rat is implicated in the extinction or decline of numerous bird, reptile, and invertebrate species, highlighting the profound ecological disruption that can be caused by invasive species. This species is a major agricultural pest, perfectly adapted to the semi-aquatic environment of rice fields. These rats are highly proficient swimmers and create extensive burrow systems in the dikes and bunds that border rice paddies. Beyond rice, they also damage other crops such as corn and sugarcane. Unlike its invasive relatives, this is a native Australian rodent found along the eastern and southeastern coasts of the continent, as well as in Tasmania. The Australian swamp rat is a stocky, medium-sized rat with dense, dark brown fur and a relatively short tail. It thrives in damp, dense vegetation, such as heathlands, swamps, and sedgelands, where it creates intricate runways or tunnels through the undergrowth. This network of paths provides cover from predators like owls, snakes, and quolls. It is primarily herbivorous, feeding on the stems, seeds, and roots of reeds, sedges, and grasses. Its presence is often an indicator of a healthy, undisturbed wetland environment, and it is a fascinating example of a native rat species that has evolved to fill a specific ecological niche. Bush rat, Rattus fuscipes, found in forests of Australia, nocturnal and good climber. Another native Australian species, the bush rat, is one of the most common and widespread native mammals on the continent. It is primarily nocturnal and omnivorous, with a diet that includes fungi, insects, seeds, and plant matter. By consuming and spreading the spores of mycorrhizal fungi, bush rats play a crucial role in maintaining forest health, as these fungi form symbiotic relationships with tree roots, aiding in nutrient absorption. They are generally terrestrial, but are capable climbers, using their agility to forage in low-lying vegetation. They build nests in burrows, under logs, or in dense vegetation, contributing to the complex web of life in the Australian bush. Himalayan Field Rat, Rattus nitidus, found in South Asia, sleek body with shiny fur. This rat is distinguished by its glossy, soft fur, which gives it a sleek and well-groomed appearance, reflected in its species name, nitidus, meaning shining. It is native to a broad region spanning from the Himalayan foothills through southern China and into Southeast Asia. The Himalayan Field Rat is highly adaptable, found in a range of environments from forests and grasslands to agricultural fields and human settlements, where it can become a pest. It is an opportunistic omnivore, feeding on grains, fruits, insects, and other small invertebrates. It is known to build burrows for shelter and nesting, often in cultivated land, which can cause damage to crops, and suburban areas within its range, where it competes with other commensal species like the black rat. Its diet is broad, and it is a major pest of stored food products, particularly rice and other grains. Mindanao Rat, Rattus everetti, native to the Philippines, lives in mountain forests. This large forest-dwelling rat is endemic to the Philippines, where it is found on several islands, including Mindanao, its namesake. The Mindanao rat is a striking species with a long, robust body and a tail that is often bicolored, dark at the base and pale at the tip. It is a creature of the forest floor, primarily terrestrial but also a capable climber. Its diet consists mainly of fruits, seeds, and other plant materials found on the forest floor. Unlike its commensal cousins, this species avoids human-modified landscapes and is dependent on intact forest ecosystems for its survival. As with many endemic island species, the Mindanao rat is vulnerable to habitat loss due to deforestation and may face competition from invasive rat species that encroach upon its native habitat. Sundyke Tanezumi rat, Tanezumi surifer, a forest-dwelling rat from Southeast Asia with long fur and a bushy tail. This species belongs to a different genus, Tanezumi, often referred to as spiny rats, though this particular species has long, soft fur rather than spines. The Sundyke Tanezumi is a beautiful rodent, characterized by its reddish-brown fur, a distinctly bicolored tail that is dark above and white below, and a somewhat bushy tip. It is a terrestrial, nocturnal animal that forages on the forest floor for fallen fruits, seeds, and insects. It constructs simple burrows for nesting, often at the base of trees or under fallen logs. As a species strictly dependent on primary and mature secondary forests, it is highly sensitive to logging and deforestation. Its presence serves as a bioindicator for the health of the rainforest ecosystem, and its populations decline sharply in disturbed or fragmented habitats.